Now I'd like to bring up my niece, Emma.
Okay. Hi, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Emma Porter. I'd like to start off by thanking each and every one of you who came out today to celebrate the life of the greatest man I've ever known, my dad. I know he's looking down on us right now and feeling the love of all who showed up today. My dad went by a lot of names, whether it be Madison, Butch, Butchie, at least that's what my mom would call him when she wanted something, but the name he was most proud to be called was Dad. I know a lot of you know my dad from different points in his life, but today I would like to share with you how me and my family viewed him. My dad was an amazing man. He was loving, supportive, quick to tell us when he was proud, and even quicker to correct us when we were in the wrong. He pushed us to be the best version of ourselves, in sports or in school, and although he never expected perfection, he always expected us to give it our all. My dad was the type of man who we wanted to make proud. He taught me to accept who I am, not to change myself for anyone, and not to fall into the everybody else is doing it mentality, so I should be doing it too. He's given me the confidence and the ability to stand up for what I believe in, which is something I will use from this day on. Dad had the ability to make me, my mom, and my brothers feel like we were enough. His favorite moments in life were family movie nights, eating endless amounts of pizza and mac and cheese, and finishing it off with his well-known milkshakes. He was a simple man who found joy in simple things. Dad, you really were one of a kind. You were a man of your word, and you showed us unconditional love, acceptance, and patience, and taught me to never settle for less. Every Valentine's Day, my dad went above and beyond to make it special. Spoiling me with chocolates, flowers, and oversized balloons. Even this past year when he was in the hospital and couldn't manage to do a lot, he still managed to do something special for me. Charlie, you were really one of Dad's greatest joys in life. These past 2 years, I've watched you to help Dad when he was no longer able to do certain things. You spent hours with him doing oil changes, changing tiles and brakes, fixing things around the house. You were patient with him even in the moments when he was so frustrated because he could no longer do those things for himself. And I know he was so grateful to have you by his side to get him through. I hope you know that you truly are his person, and it's no coincidence that you exhibit every single trait that was good in Dad. You don't know this, but there was a time when I was in the car with Dad while he was on the phone with Grandpa, and he was bragging about how proud he was of you because you had just changed the brakes on Mom's Suburban as he sat and walked you through the whole process. You were 13 and you sat there so patient for hours at times because you knew it was something that mattered to Dad. You might drive me crazy at times, but I hope you know that I actually think you might be one of the strongest and kindest people out there with the biggest heart. Not only did Dad see what you did that day, but so did I, and I was feeling a little defeated because I was afraid you were going to take that favorite child spot of mine. Michael, or as Dad would call you, Motorcycle, you are the joy in our home. Every time Dad came home, he would open the door, hold out his hands, and yell, "Motorcycle." You made him happy without having to do anything. When Dad was at his lowest and hurting the most, it was your hugs and your "I love you, Dads" that would put a smile on his face. You out of all of us were robbed of the most time with our dad, but I hope you know how much joy, love, and laughter you brought into Dad's life. You may just be 8 years old, but you truly are one of the strongest kids I know, and I promise Charlie and I will continue to share all those great things about Dad with you. Mom, as hard as this day is for us, it's even harder for you because it's not only the memorial of Dad, But on this day, 20 years ago, you and Dad had your very first date at the Melting Pot. Some of you don't know this, but my dad and mom dated for almost 3 years before my dad proposed, which my mom never let him live down and always gave him a hard time for. About 2 years ago, my parents took me and my brothers to the Melting Pot to, in a way, share the memory of their first date with us. And watching them both talk about their day, their faces would light up, and I could truly see the love they had for each other. Mom, you were Dad's rock, and you stood by his side in every little thing he did. The last 2 years of his life, he was really struggling, and you treated him with so much love and were always so positive with him, even when it felt impossible. You sat by Dad's side the last few months of his life and still managed to be there for me, Charlie, and Michael. You woke up, drove me to school, got Michael and Charlie on the bus, then left to go visit Dad for the day, whether it be at the hospital or rehab facility, and still managed to put a full day in at work. You were Dad's person, and I hope that one day I can be half the mom and wife that you are today. Dad, there is nothing I can say today that is going to do you any justice. You truly were one of a kind, and I know that you won't be here for a lot of moments in my life, but this is my promise to you. I will continue to work hard in school every day. I will take pride in everything that I do. I will never live my life blindly, but I will always educate myself on the why. I will go to college and become a nurse practitioner, and with every patient that I care for, I will always see your face, and I will show them that love and compassion that a lot of times you didn't receive. One day I will get married. And knowing you won't be there to walk me down the aisle is one of the hardest things that I have to deal with. But I promise you I will marry a good man because I had you to show me what a good man is. And I promise we will get that Bay House of yours. Most importantly, though, I promise to be a Dolphins fan for the rest of my life. And I will never stop drinking milkshakes, and with every sip, I will think of you. I can't promise I won't mess up along the way, but I can promise you I will live every day thinking about you, loving you, and most importantly, doing everything I can to make you proud. I will miss you, but I don't know if I'll miss you more than Home Depot and Walmart, because boy, did you spend a lot of time and money there. The things I will miss the most are our late nights watching Heartland, playing soccer in the backyard, hearing your loud voice at my soccer games, cheering me on, and being embarrassed of your laugh when at the movies or comedy shows, dancing on cruises, swimming with dolphins, and so much more. Most importantly, though, I'm going to miss you teaching me how to drive because, oh boy, Mom is not a fun one to drive with. Thank you for showing me what love is, and you will forever be my first love, and I'll forever be your little girl. I love you, and I will end with this. Luke 1:37. For with God, nothing shall be impossible. If we put our trust in God, we can and will get through anything. We are on a ride called life. We have to take the good with the bad, smile when we're sad, and love what you have, and remember what you lost. Learn from your mistakes, but never regret them. People may change and things may go on, but the ride always goes on. Thank you, and please enjoy the video I made of my dad that will hopefully give you a glimpse of the man that I knew him to be.